Act 1. Becoming a Knight of the Realm took some getting used to. Carrot Top knew she wasn't, and never again could be just a simple carrot farmer, and she could handle that most of the time. But every now and again, she had one of those moments where she suddenly smacked her in the face just how much her life had changed since the return of the Tyrant's son. She had just one moment. She had been halfway through her carrot and raisin salad. Apparently one of La Commedia de Luna's customs was to have the dinner menu be somehow connected to the play, which in this case meant they were serving, among other things, the carrot raisin salad, carrot muffins, and carrot casserole that Carrot Top had presented for the Great Equestria Farming Competition. And that special drink for the night was the one Trixie had assembled just before attending the Grand Gallery Gala. And I glanced up to see Princess Luna sitting 2 tables down, gazing over the theater. For some reason, it was at that exact moment it was born in her once again just how much her life had changed. Not a year earlier, she had just been a simple carrot farmer, striving desperately to keep her head above water in a town dominated by the Titanic Apple Trust. Now she was a Knight of the Realm, someone who had plays written about her, who got the best seats in the theater for free, who sat just 2 tables down from the Princess of the Moon. "You okay, Carrots?" asked Lyra. "Fine," said Carrot Top, blinking and shaking her head slightly. "Just reflecting on how weird it feels to be here." "I know what you mean," piped up written script. "You know, dear," said Bonbon to Lyra, "there's something I've been wondering. Why does one of Canterlot's top theaters have a Cavilian name?" Carrot Top's ears perked up. She had been wondering the same thing. "It's actually pretty simple," replied Lyra. "La Commedia della Luna was present to Luna from Princess Cadenza." "Wait, what?" asked Bonbon. "How the buck do you give a theater as a present? Did she carry it up for Cavilla wrapped up as a big bow?" Lyra giggled. "Okay, so the original La Commedia, the theater this one's modeled on, is a Cavilian institution, one of the most prestigious theaters in Rome. It dates way back, almost to the beginning of the Lunar era. Princess Luna's always appreciated the arts, and whenever she visited Cavilla, she would try to take the time to visit La Commedia. So about 500 years ago, Cadenza paid a huge sum of money for a copy of it to be built up here in Canterlot, and staffed by some of the best actors in Rome. So, we got La Commedia della Luna." "Why am I being played by a stallion?" Raindrops asked, no pun in particular, gesturing towards her program. "It's not actually that uncommon," replied Charlie, grateful for a distraction for Sweetbelle's adoring gaze. Promising her second teacher to whichever of her foals wrote the best essay that week seemed like a good idea. Until she found out just how much effort Sweetie Belle was putting into winning it. The little filly might not be over her crust as she thought. "La Commedia della Luna only has so many actors," she continued, "and this play has a lot of mare parts and not a lot of stallions. I'm actually surprised they managed to have 5 of us played by mares." "Actually," she continued, glancing down at the program, "it looks like they had to bring in some extra help. Wonder why they picked Cherry Blossom to pay me. I used to know her, and she didn't work in this kind of theater." She continued to blush, as she recalled just exactly what kind of theater the mayor had worked in. "Tell me more." "How about no?"
Darn it!
"Oh, lucky girl," said Trixie to Ditzy while Glenn. "You've got Mockingjay. She's good." "Huh?" asked Ditzy through a mouthful of carrot muffins, not sure what Trixie meant. Trixie flipped her program around and highlighted an image of a Pegasus pony with a cobalt blue coat, one almost the same shade as Princess Luna's actually, glossy black mane, and what looked like a golden songbird in flight, blazing on her flank. "The pony playing you," Trixie continued. "One of the best actors in the business. Her special talents impersonating voices." "Gah!" chimed in Dinky as she finished her 3rd carrot muffin of the evening. Her eyes suddenly went wide. "I can get your autograph. You need so awesome to have the autograph. Sponge it, my mom." As Ditzy took a bite of her salad, she remembered a question she had. "Trixie, what did you say they put in the salad dressing again?" "Papaya, tomato, molasses, mayonnaise," Tracy replied, licking her lips. Delicious, isn't it? Bizarrely enough, it is. The theater fell dark. Dame Trixie focused on the stage in front of her. From nowhere, a voice spoke. Once upon a time, there were two regal sisters who ruled together and created harmony for all the land. To do this, the elder sister used her unicorn powers to raise the sun at dawn. The younger sister brought out the moon to begin the night. Thus, the two sisters maintained balance for their kingdom and their subjects, all the different types of ponies. Ponykind had no need to fear the sun. Wait a second. Is that an alternate me? More importantly, are you doing an impression of you reading the first story? No, Trix, if we were to do this right, and really wanted to do this as a subtle knock on how the first time we ever read the Lunaverse really hit, a subtle emphasis was placed on that last sentence, drawing the audience. Ponykind had no need to fear the sun. Drawing the audience to the impossible visit of a world where the sun meant not fear and fire, but life and light. But as time went on, the elder sister grew greedy. Though the ponies rose and played in the day and honored her younger sister, she wanted to become queen of... Okay, very funny. Let's do this back normally, like what we did with the remastered version. Fine. Clicking back to remastered. You know, we weren't that bad when we first did this episode. True. Though I think between me and that other guy, I did the best version. But as time went on, the elder sister grew greedy. Though the ponies relished and played in the day and honored her above her younger sister, she wanted to become queen of both night and day. One fateful day, she turned upon her younger sister. The younger sister tried to reason with her, but the avarice in the elder one's heart had transformed into a wicked mare of fire and hate, Corona. She vowed that she would reign forever, day, night, and everything in between. Reluctantly, the younger sister harnessed the most powerful magic known to ponydom, the elements of harmony. Using the magic of the elements of harmony, she defeated her elder sister and banished her to the heart of the sun, there to remain bound for all eternity. Hey, I don't say the elements of harmony in that weird emphasis all the time. There was a momentary pause. Then the narrator spoke one last line, and then eternity ended. Hey, I'm not that dramatic when I read the ending quotes. The curtains drew apart to reveal a gorgeously illuminated stage. Trixie stared for a moment, then buried her head in her hose. For the background of the scene was an unmistakably gorgeous ice palace. One that the Luna of the play was putting the finishing touches on. Beside her, the real Luna chuckled. Trixie placed her head just in time to see herself on stage. The fact that her doppelganger was levitating a large, mostly empty bottle of bourbon was no surprise. Embarrassing, but no surprise. After all, she had been drunk at the time. But what the buck was she doing calling out to Lyra like that? Voici, mon amour, un palais glacé. Merci de passer au sous pour de couvre Felicity and Roald. Trixie's jaw dropped. She wasn't sure how much of the audience spoke French, but she certainly did. What her doppelganger said was not the sort of thing one said to a friend. And then, oh dear Luna, she and Lyra were kissing, and not just a chaste kiss on the cheek, but a full sloppy Prince kisses. Trixie finally managed to wrench herself away from the spectacle. Her face was burning, mind racing, as she was incredibly conscious that Lyra was sitting there at the next table. Did Moon really do all that? I could have sworn I remembered the night better than that. I don't think even Luna would get that quite well. Well, besides, what the fuck would Lyra be going along with that? I've seen her get drunk before. If she doesn't go off and throw herself at random mares. Oh, Luna, what now? Lyra had thrown one leg over her Bonnie's withers as soon as she spied herself cuddling up to Trixie. For all she loved her, even she couldn't deny that Bonbon had a temper, one that had on a few previous occasions, most notably a certain incident involving an invisible bear, exploded into violence. It wasn't though she couldn't actually hold down her mare friend, of course. Even leaving aside Bonbon's earth magic, she outmassed and outmuscled Lyra, but the contact seemed to quiet Bonbon, reminder that whatever nonsense might parade on stage, Lyra, the real Lyra, still loved her and only her. And then states Lyra spoke again, and Lyra found that she needed Bonbon's touch as much as Bonbon needed hers. "Allow me to serenade you upon my harp," said stage Lyra, before beginning to sing. "My love has eyes like midnight stars, her coat is like the evening sky, her shakes her luster up at me. Behold, I feel like I can fly." "I could do better than that," thought Lyra indignantly. "It hardly even rhymes. Where's this harp thing coming from? Does it look like it's large enough to have that straddle? No, I think not. It's not because it's a liar! Liar, liar, liar! It's in my fucking name!" In the corner, she noticed Bonbon looking at her weirdly. "Did I say that out loud?" she whispered. "Say what out loud?" whispered Bonbon back. They were both interrupted by the play. "C'est maintenant. C'est fou d'artifice brûle ça aussi, but I want to create notre amour incandescent," shouted stage Trixie. With that, the tip of her horn began to the bourbon bottle. There was a hissing noise and a great deal of sparks. Lyra knew exactly what was going to happen. Sure enough, the bottle of bourbon sat across the stage, causing sparks of fire to shatter across the ice castle. There was a tremendous boom, and a flash of flame and a massive shower of water fell from the rafters, dressing the actors. "Trixie Lunaverse!" The Luna of the play actually made a decent solid Carolot voice. Not quite the same volume or intensity of the real thing, but pretty close. "You have ruined our beautiful Palace Palace! You shall be punished for such folly!" Stage Luna's mane had gone starless, eyes glowing bright white. Traces of cobalt smoke fumed from her nostrils. Stage Trixie was cowering away from her, and Stage Lyra was throwing herself at Luna's feet. "Please, your majesty, don't hurt Trixie. She was just trying to appreciate me, and I love her. Please don't send her to the sun. And if you do, at least send me there with her." Trixie glanced at the real Luna out of the corner of her eye, part of her wishing that the princess would banish her to the sun. Certainly, being imprisoned in Corona's demency couldn't be as bad as having to sit through this with the real Lyra and Bonbon not even 10 paces away. Trixie wasn't sure whether to be relieved or angry at the note of resigned amusement on the princess's face. It was nice that Luna didn't seem to be taking the absurd play seriously. But Trixie did wish a little that Luna might be inclined to banish Double Dash to the sun for writing such rubbish. Stage Luna didn't seem to be paying attention to Stage Lyra's pleas, and now was thinking out loud. "Boom! We don't have any vacancies in the Griffin embassies at the moment. Aha! We have it!" She shifted back to the royal Canterlot voice. "Trixie Lunaboon, bonus to the town of Ponyville. Mayhap after a few years as a representative, I'll shall learn to pay heed of what thou art doing." "No!" The joint scream of anguish for Stage Lyra and Stage Trixie went on, and it bored into Trixie's ears like needles. The lights went out, and the scenery changed. The new scene would presumably be of Ponyville. But first, the opening. My little pony, ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could mean, my little pony. But now you're here, now I can see. Teaching laughter, lots to share, kindful heart, lots of fair. Teaching laughter, it's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. Oh, come on, those aren't the lyrics! I can't believe you messed it up! You clever bastard. Off on one side of the stage was what could only be the official residency of the representative of the Night Court of Luna. Stage Trixie was holding a piece of paper or A letter from my predecessor, announced to Stace Lyra. Hopefully, there'll be some useful information. A stallion's voice began to speak from nowhere, evidently narrating the letter. To Representative Tracy Lunamoon, I am given to understand you shall be my successor to the position of the representative of the Night Court of Luna to Ponyville. Tracy realized something important. Wait a minute. How did any pony know what that letter said? I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's reciting it word perfect. Did this double dash to write the letter down and take it out to landfill? Or was there another copy it somewhere? And how could any pony care enough to write down the exact wording of the letter, but not care enough to realize that I'm not, and nevertheless, and never will be romantically involved? Oh wait, he's wrapping up. Still, if the tedium becomes too much to bear, Stace Tracy, who spoke up again. Our fate is as thus as dire as we feared, my beloved. Nonetheless, all is not yet lost. We have one chance to get back to Canterlot. Ponyville has been chosen to host the longest night festival, and as her representative, I will be responsible for arranging the festivities. If the princess is sufficiently impressed by our work, she may feel that I demonstrated my competence and release me from this exile. Or at least, sorry, this narration. So, what shall we do first? Asked Lyra. First, I think we shall investigate the status of the provisioning of the festival. According to Snap, there's a major apple trust strong point just outside town. If we hurry, we should be able to reach the Sweet Apple Acres before noonday is upon us. The two of them set out across the stage. They had nearly reached the other side when there was a noise like a thunderclap, and a flash of light from off stage. A moment later, a mare with a fire orange coat and long curly green hair came trotting on the stage. Hello! You must be new in town. I'm Carrot Top. Trixie Lunamoon, representative of the Night Court of Luna to Ponyville, replied Sage Trixie. And this is my mere friend Lyra. Pleased to meet you, said Sage Carrot Top cheerfully. Abruptly, a flash of light shot from her eyes, and something on the other side of the stage exploded in some of the smoke. Sorry about that, said Stage Carrot Top, looking slightly embarrassed. Fluttering posies animal manias keep trying to steal my carrots. I think I might have winged that sun-spawned rabbit this time. Trixie felt like she swallowed her tongue. Where did that come from? And oh dear merciful Luna, she seen Fragrant posing in the audience earlier. It was only about a few months ago she convinced Fragrant that she wasn't trying to torment poor Fluttershy. She's never going to believe that Trixie was just as gobsmacked as she was. On stage, Carrot Top, Trixie, and Lyra were talking about the Apple Trust on the largest night contestants. On stage, Lyra just referred to her line as a harp again. And Prince kissed teased Trixie. Trixie was beginning to seriously wonder if it was actually possible to die from sheer embarrassment. Dame Ditsy Doo was beginning to get worried. From her position between Trixie and Lyra in the scene, she could clearly see either of them out whatever eye wasn't on stage, and neither appeared to be doing too well. Lyra was clinging to Bon Bon and kept mouthing something inaudible over and over again. Bon Bon, meanwhile, was literally quivering with anger and looked as he might go deck the actor if Lyra had let go of her. On her other side, Trixie kept alternating between blushes that stained her coat to almost purple and a terror-induced pallor that made her look like she was going to pass out. After the scene with the apples, Stage Trixie and Stage Lyra had left the set and reappeared from a different angle. Apparently, they were supposed to be back in town square. Stage Trixie addressed Stage Lyra. I will need to make this next visit on my own, Bon Amour. There is a secret government business involved. Fine with me, said Stage Lyra, taking a seat in the middle of the folk town square. I shall practice my harp. Might make a few bits while I'm at it. Ditsy winced. So he's seen how Lyra got when someone referred to her lyre as a harp, and this actor had done it at least half a dozen times already. Stage Trixie disappeared through one of the same doors. The other side was suddenly illuminating, revealing the actors playing Ditsy and Dinky. Greetings, said Stage Trixie. I am Trixie Lunamoon, a representative of the Night Court of Luna de Ponyville, a personal student of the princess. She produced a sheaf of papers from under her hat and showed them to Stage Ditsy. It's about this point Ditsy noticed that despite having the correct mane and coat color, and even the correct cutie mark, Mockingjade's glamoured appearance still differed from her in one particular. Her eyes were correctly aligned.
Well, can't blame them for that. Probably not possible to make her eyes look like they're out of alignment without blinding her or something. Trixie would probably know, but she's got her own problems to deal with.
Stage Ditsy spoke up.
Dinky, go play upstairs, okay? Representative Lilliman and I need to talk about grown-up things.
Stage Dinky ability disappeared off stage.
My little sister, Dinky Doo,
explained Stage Ditsy.
Still a bit too young to be told about my alternate career.
What?
So, you are the local Shadowball agent,
said Stage Trixie.
What?
Yes, ma'am, said Stage Ditsy, now speaking with the quick precision of a trained soldier or a watch pony.
Trixie was right. Mockingjade was good at voices. Nothing of note to report. Very good. I won't bother you further at the moment. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome, ma'am, replied Stage Ditsy as Stage Trixie headed back into the town square.
Okay, where in all Equestria did that come from? A Shadowbolt? Is this some kind of attempt to make me look better? That would explain Dinky too. Of course, the Caroline audience wouldn't believe an adulteress could be the element of kindness. I didn't believe it at first, but why bother me making you look better and they're making such a hassle to the rest of us?
By this point, Tracy was starting to feel numb. She kissed Lyra and sung love ballads at her. Carrot Top had a laser vision. Ditsy was a Salbolt. Dinky was Ditsy's sister, and Lyra kept calling her instrument a harp. What else could this play distort? As if in answer to her question, a jasmine-hued blur saw into the stage and slammed into Tracy, knocking her flat and resolving into stage raindrops. What do you think you're doing?
Raindrop smash!
Proclaimed Stage Raindrops. What? Replied Stage Lyra.
Raindrop smash! Rainbow Weather Captain say Raindrop smash bad clouds while Rainbow Weather Captain take nap. Rainbow Weather Captain also tell Blue Knight Court Pony that bad clouds be smashed!
And what part is that requires you to knock me flat on the pavement?
Asked Stage Trixie. Pick yourself on the ground.
Raindrops sorry about that! Raindrops forget to stop sometimes when Raindrops is in a hurry!
And Stage Raindrops took to the sides again and flew off stage.
I'm becoming increasingly determined to do whatever it is necessary to escape Ponyville, remarked Stage Trixie. Now, what was next on my checklist? Decorations. I believe Madame Cherry is in charge of those.
And at that cue, a new portion of the stage illuminated, revealing a pony clad in a stretchy black catsuit and holding a hoofball of leathers.
Okay, I now have Blue Blood's notes. There's nothing to connect me to the organization. Good. Be nice to go 100% respectable and just be a school teacher without having to worry about the representative revealing my previous careers. Maybe I'll treat myself to a nice stallion or two for pulling this off. Maybe Raindrops. That pony's got nearly as much stamina as an Earth pony. Things a Pegasus stallion could do with his wings. There was a rapping as Stage Trixie knocked on the door. Stage Shirley made an odd squeaky noise. Harley ripped off the catsuit and stuffed it in the layers in a nearby chair. She then went to open the door. Hello,
she said breathlessly.
Greetings, replied Stage Trixie. I am Trixie Moon, representative of the Night Court of Luna de Ponyville. I understand you've been tasked with handling the decorations for the upcoming Longest Night celebration.
Oh, yes, replied Sage Shirley. My little ponies have been most enthusiastic in their work. I probably got enough decorations to cover all of Ponyville.
Wait. Your little ponies? Asked Sage Trixie. I thought you were the school teacher.
I am, replied Sage Shirley, looking confused.
So you had your students make the decorations?
Of course. The princess loves falls. I'm sure she'll appreciate their artistic skills. Stage Trixie stared for a moment, then shook her head and closed the door.
I'm doomed, she said to Lyra conversationally. Princess Luna is going to come to the longest night celebration and find 6 stalls selling only apples. The walls covered with full of students. The weather being run by an idiot who will probably buck a cloud full of lightning straight into Luna's horn. And me there in the middle of it all, right for the blaming. I'll be lucky to be stuck here instead of getting best to the Griffin embassies. Or son, what am I going to do, my love? Stage Lyra gave Stage Trixie a surprisingly tender hug. For the first time, real Trixie wished it was actually her. She could use a hug like that right about now.
Come to bed, my love, said Stage Lyra. Forget about all our troubles for tonight. And just be Trixie and Lyra, 2 mares in love. You'll feel better in the morning.
The curtains closed, and the stage theater lights came up. Trixie jolted to her feet, and was unsurprised to see most of her friends had done so as well.
Oh, let's go outside, said Trixie hurriedly. Easier to talk out there with fewer ponies around. Said Dinky. Me too, said Sweetie Belle. Go then, said Cheerily absently.
Small herd of elements tried out into the cool night, accompanied by Bon Pokey and written script. Well, this is gonna be awkward,